My name is Justin. I'm a marketing consultant for churches, and I give Zapier 4 stars. Before I used Zapier, I really just did everything by hand, and I looked around to look and see if there was any softwares that could help me automate between other platforms. And the best thing I could find was coders that would build their own APIs, and you'd have to pay them hundreds or thousands of dollars, or I'd have to hire a VA to do all the manual data export and import by hand. And so I really didn't see anyone else doing what Zapier was doing, which was marrying a bunch of different platforms for me so I could cost effectively automate all my systems and processes across each other. I chose Zapier quite honestly because they had a free plan, but also they have the softwares that I needed to get automated in between. So I had autoresponders, websites, I had other data entry points for my clients that I needed to get into, for example, my customer relationship tool. So they didn't work together because they just didn't have a partnership and there were no APIs to try to pay someone to get around. And so Zapier said, we work with these softwares and we can do it for free. So I thought, let's try it out. And I've been a Zapier customer ever since. Getting started with Zapier was really simple. Before they even talked to me about what they could do with my software, they really just simply said, what software do you have? And what software do you want talking to each other? So before I even really looked and see what I could do, they said, what data do you want to take from? And then where do you want to send that data? It was real simple, 2 forms. From, pick a software, to, pick a software. And of course, it was all online software. But I got a really good glimpse exactly on what all it could do before I even started using it. So I really liked the onboarding, that it was so simple and streamlined. And then it really walks you through the process of setting up your first Zap. So you didn't have to watch a lot of tutorial videos or read a lot of articles. You really learn by doing it. So they just ask you to pick your software, and then they present you with all the different options you have as far as what data you select. And then going to another software, they show you all the options of what data should go to and what it should do and how it should be categorized. And then it walks you through testing the data transfer, the information transfer, and then it walks you through basically turning on the first Zap. And so once you do that, you kind of realize, well, now you know how to use the software. So you just go back and you do it again for all the other automation. So it really is learning by doing, which makes you kind of learn it without realizing you're learning it. So I really like that that onboarding feature. And then I remember for a week, I got an email every day highlighting the different features that I could do, and I get to see a screen share of someone else doing it. So it was really hands-on, but then also following, it just had some reinforcement emails. So I could just really learn about Zapier and all the different things it could do and different ways that it could fit in with my workflow. If you're considering Zapier, I would definitely recommend it. You are going to be limited by the free plan. I think you can only do 2 Zaps, and then you have to start paying. There are some companies as well that you might have to, they say they are compatible with Zapier, but it's something you have to unlock or something you have to pay for a certain plan. So there may be some issues there. So just because you hear something is working with Zapier, do a little bit of investigation on the software side and go ahead and make sure that it works before you invest in Zapier. It's really not that expensive. I mean, I think it's very affordable, but it can also get very busy. If you have a bunch of different softwares you want to start automating with each other, just make sure that you understand the different pricing tiers, because it can get up there. You might actually do, they do really well of a job showing you everything that they can do, and you realize that you need to be on a higher plan than maybe you're looking at when you first go in. But definitely start with the free plan. I mean, it's free. There's really no risk, just to make sure the software works. And then also double check with the software that you want to be zapping with, to make sure that your subscription plan or subscription tier includes that Zapier option.